गणपति शारदा गुरुभ्यो नमः चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनम्. Welcome to all for this session on Sri Manasa, in which Sri Rama, born in the house of King Dasharatha, is growing up with all other three brothers of him. And one day Sage Vishwamitra came to the assembly of Dasharatha, pleading him with the pleading him with him to send Sri Rama along with him to kill the demons who were creating trouble for his Yagna. However, Dasharatha, being fond of Sri Rama, was never ready to depart him. But then sage Vasistha pleaded with the king in manifold ways, and all doubts of Dasharatha were gone. Most politely, he sent for the two boys, Rama and Lakshmana, pressing them to his bosom, admonished them in many ways. Turning to the sage Vishwamitra, he then said, "My lord, the two boys are my very life. You are their only father now. Holy sir, there is no one to look after them." Saying so, he handed over Rama and Lakshmana to sage Vishwamitra. Invoking various blessings on the boys, the king committed them to the care of the sage. Then they called at the mother's apartment and bowing their head at her feet, departed with sage Vishwamitra. The two heroes, lions among men, oceans of compassion, resolute of purpose, and ultimate cause of the whole universe, gladly proceeded to rid the sage of his fear. The Lord had reddish eyes, a broad chest, and long arms. His body was dark as the blue lotus or the tamala tree, with a beautiful quiver fastened at his back, with a yellow piece of cloth wrapped round his waist. He held in his two hands a lovely bow and arrow, respectively. In the two pretty boys, one of whom was dark and other fair, Vishwamitra secured a great treasure. "I have now realized," said he to himself, "that the Lord is a votary of the Brahmanas. On my account, he has left his own father." While on the way, the sage pointed out the demoness Tataka, who, on hearing their voice, rushed up in a fury. With a single shaft, the Lord took her life, and recognizing her as deserving of compassion, bestowed his own state on her. Then the seer Vishwamitra, while recognizing his Lord as the fountain of knowledge, imparted to him a sacred formula which armed him against hunger and thirst and endowed him with unequaled strength of body and a glow of vigor. Making over to him every kind of weapon, the sage took the Lord to his own hermitage and devoutly gave him bulbs, roots, and fruits to eat, perceiving in him his greatest friend. At daybreak, the Lord of Raghu said to the sage, "You may now go and perform your sacrifice without any fear of molestation." All the sages then started offering oblations into the sacred fire, while Sri Rama himself guarded the sacrifice. On hearing of it, the furious demon Maricha, a great enemy of hermits, rushed with his army. Sri Rama struck him with a headless shaft, and he fell at a distance of 800 miles beyond the seashore. The Lord next dispatched Subahu with an arrow of fire, while his younger brother Lakshmana exterminated the demon host. Having killed the demons in this way, the Lord rid the Brahmanas of their fear. The whole company of gods and sages offered praises to him. The Lord of Raghu stayed there a few days more and showed his grace to the Brahmanas. Even though the Lord knew everything, the Brahmanas, out of their devotion, repeated to him many legends from the Puranas. The sage then politely said to him in a pleading tone, "My lord, let us go and witness a performance." Hearing of a bow sacrifice, the lord of Raghus gladly accompanied the noble sage. This bow sacrifice was happening in Mithila. On the way, they saw a hermitage without bird, beast, or any other living creature. Observing a slab of stone lying there, the Lord inquired of the sage about it, and the latter, in reply, told him in detail the whole history behind it. Thus, Lord was told about the history of Ahalya, who was lying there as a sheet of stone, while it was Gautama's ashrama where she was waiting for arrival of Rama. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.
श्री रामचंद्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम